Hi ladies, I'm Samantha Jacobs. I'm a licensed acupuncturist located in Ridgefield, Connecticut. I have been treating fertility for over 16 years, and today I'm back for video number 5, part 1, Opportunity on the Fertility Journey. In my last video, I went over the concept of opportunity and stress in a really broad sense to introduce the idea and the concept. Today I'm going to be really delving into what is an opportunity and how does it create stress on the fertility journey. Looking at the definition of what an opportunity is, it's a good chance for advancement or progression. So in simple terms, anything that we're going to do that will potentially increase our fertility and our chances of conception. Now, these are often steps that we are going to implement in our life to hopefully get us pregnant as soon as possible. And I think when we decide to implement these different steps into our lives, we often assume that that's going to help us feel less stress, that it will decrease the internal pressure that we're feeling and take the weight off our shoulders. And instead, what do we experience usually? More stress. Now, this is a topic I firmly believe is not thoroughly discussed, that women on the fertility journey are not educated on it or understand it. And I think the implications are huge. So when you're on this journey and you are taking on steps, treatments, strategies to improve your fertility and your chance of conception, it's really good to understand all the different elements that might be playing into those decisions and how it actually may increase your stress levels. What is an opportunity on the infertility journey? What I did is I created a list from the most common things I see from my patients, what they're integrating into their lives. All of these items have a potential to change your fertility. But as we go through the list, you're going to see that they also sort of have a stress element attached to them. Now, books, internet searching, infertility forums. I'm going to tell you, one of the worst things I see in my practice are women literally spending endless hours searching the internet for bits of information, conflicting information, and it leaves them really stressed and confused and overwhelmed. Now, we have OPK kits. They maximize your peak days. Like, you get to find out what are the best days to have sex, right? 2-3 months down the line, you get tired of peeing on a stick every day for 5 days and looking at the lines, trying to figure out if the lines tell you what's going on. Supplement, diet, exercise, yoga. Any kind of lifestyle change has a chance to impact your fertility. Biggest problem, lifestyle changes, if it's not something you really want to integrate into your life, after a while it becomes a drag and it's hard to keep your morale up. Infertility apps, amazing, right? They give you an amazing amount of information about your cycle. Then all of a sudden the apps are conflicting. One's telling you peak on day 14, the next one's telling you day 15 peak. So we can see that each one has an opportunity to help you, but it also has a certain element of stress. As you continue on the journey, most women start to pull in a treatment team. And that can be OBGYN, acupuncture, chiropractic, naturopath, reproductive clinics. And that greatly has an impact on your fertility. It's just a tremendous amount of information, very powerful in helping women conceive, great opportunity. Of course, the other side of the story is integrating the time and the energy to take on these things. Sometimes you're being offered a treatment plan that doesn't necessarily, appeal to you. That can cause stress. Reproductive medications, huge. I mean, there's hands down no doubt that reproductive medications have such tremendous ability to help women conceive. Yeah, right, it impacts your hormones, that impacts your mood. You might be crying, you might be angry. It's stressful. And finally, we have the granddaddy of them all, IVF. Huge potential, huge stress. And I'm going to dedicate the next video to more of that, so we're not going to delve too much into that right now. How does opportunity become a stressor? You can already see from just me briefly explaining these different items that each item has the potential to create stress. The more important concept is that each item has a certain amount of weight, importance, and expenditure associated with it. And as we've moved through this list, the items increase in the amount of importance, expenditure, and weight. So IVF is tremendous. There's a tremendous amount of expenditure of time, energy, and money. It also has a tremendous amount of weight because it has a tremendous amount of potential. It has an advantage to solve your problems within a month. That alone creates a bubble of stress, the weight of stress. And that's why it's one of the biggest stressors that we experience. The second way these opportunities create stress, I often see clients layering a lot of these items. So they'll come in to me, right, they're doing acupuncture, BBT charting, OPK testing, taking a ton of supplements, trying to modify their diet. They're overwhelmed with all the different facets, and they're trying to juggle all of this stuff. And what happens is that by taking on too much and juggling too much, the opportunity, it starts to lose its potential. And in fact, women will often feel that, all these items can steal your enthusiasm and hope on the journey, leaving you really stressed. Finally, the last thing I see in my clients, this is a big one, is that women are being faced with making decisions that don't necessarily align with your values, your hopes, and your dreams. And so the opportunity is tremendous, but also there's this conflict within yourself because it doesn't align with who you are. And how do you correlate those two things? That's incredibly stressful. When we're on the fertility journey, we're constantly being frustrated and hitting blocks, and it's a bit of a roller coaster ride, right? And when we start to look at these treatment options as the potential to really change things up, I think our initial reaction is, this is going to make me better, my life better. It's going to help me feel less tension and pressure. And instead, it's often not the case. And I think if you can be aware of what you're bringing into your life to help you conceive, and what is potentially going to create stress, it's going to help you figure out how to cope and how to maintain your quality of life as you're going on this journey. So I appreciate you listening. The next video, I'm going to talk about opportunity and the different directions that you often have to confront when you're making a decision about an opportunity and how that affects the journey. Thank you.